Parshas Tetzaveh, as we know, focuses on the big day Kohen Gadol, all the clothing that the Kohen had to wear, the Kohen Gadol had to wear, the regular Kohanim. Parshas Truma, last week's parsha, talks about the Mishkan, all the vessels of the Mishkan, the Aron, the Shulchan, the Menorah. But strangely enough, all the way at the end of our parsha, right at the end of the parsha, all of a sudden, as if the Torah forgot to tell us about one more vessel that belongs in the Mishkan, the Mizbeach Hazav, what's called the Mizbeach HaKatayros. We know there's two Mizbeachs. There was the altar that stood in the courtyard of the Mishkan, and then there was the Mizbeach Hazav, the small Mizbeach, which was inside the Heichal itself, inside the Mishkan itself, and it was used primarily for the Katayros. Sometimes it was used for Dam, but primarily it was used for the Katayros. It's called the Mizbeach HaKatayros. Why is it found over here, all the way at the end of our parsha? It belongs in Parshas Truma, when we talked about all the other vessels that are in the Mishkan. The Ramban brings up this question, and he says furthermore, right before the mitzvah, right before Hashem tells Moshe to build this Mizbeach Hazav, the pasuk says, "V'shachanti b'seich b'nei Yisrael," I will dwell among b'nei Yisrael, I will be for them le'elokim, and they will know that I am Hashem that took them out of Mitzrayim in order to dwell among them. That's what the pasuk says. And then we talk about the Mizbeach Hazav as if to say everything that's necessary for the Shechina to dwell in the Mishkan is up to this point. And now we have the Mizbeach Hazav, like something like a bonus Mizbeach for the Ketayah. It's not really necessary for the primary function of the Mishkan. What is going on over here? Rav Gedalia Yisrael gives a beautiful explanation explaining this entire idea of the Mizbeach Hazav, the Ketayah, what's going on. The Ramban adds, says Rav Shor, if you look at the Ramban, it says, just like we know Moshe learned the secret of the Ketayah from the Malachim, how to stop a Magefa, a pandemic. What's going on over here? What is he referring to? Of course, he's referring to the well-known Gemara in Shabbos, where the Gemara says that the Malachim gave Moshe Rabbeinu at the time of Matan Torah, when he was in Shamayim. They all gave him presents, they all gave him gifts, and the Malach HaMavos also gave him a gift. What was the gift? He gave him the secret of the Ketayros. The Ketayros, said the Malach HaMavos, taught Moshe Rabbeinu, has the power to stop a pandemic. If you see people are dying, take the Ketayros, and that will stop everything. And in fact, Moshe Rabbeinu used this knowledge when in Parshas Korach, after the miraculous death of Korach and Dasan and Aviram and the 250, the Maktir Ketayros, so people started dying. There was a pandemic, and nobody knew what to do. And Moshe Rabbeinu told Aaron HaKohen, quickly take the machvas, take the Ketayros, make Ketayros quickly, and run into Klal Yisrael. And v'tayotzar magefa. And that's what stopped it. He knew the secret. Okay, but what does that have to do with the Mizbeach HaKetayros? What's going on over here? So Rav Gedalia Yisrael explains as follows. Rav Tzadok HaKohen of Lublin, says Rav Gedalia, taught us that man encompasses the entire of creation. What does that mean? That means in order to create Adam, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Kaviyachol, took from every element that exists in this world, the land, fire, animals, the birds, the fish, everything that exists in our Bria, the galaxies and the stars, and took a little piece of everything and put it inside man. Why? Because man is the dominant being in this world. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the entire world and then created man. Why? Because Adam is limshal, is in order. V'kivshua, man is supposed to be dominant over the entire creation. He can only be dominant if he has within him a little bit of every part of the creation. That's what gives him the koyach. That's what gives him the power to be dominant over the entire Bria. And that's how it is. Says Rav Tzadok, he brings from Svarim, that's exactly how it is. Except for one small piece. Malach HaMavos. Death cannot be put inside a person. It cannot be that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will take the Malach HaMavos, the Yetzer Hara, the Satan, it's all one, and put that piece inside the person. Why? Because when a person is controlling the evil and the Ra and the Malach HaMavos and the Yetzer Hara in this world, he's going to automatically, the first thing he's going to do is turn it into good. He's not going to leave it as it is. He's not going to leave this power of death, this power of the Yetzer Hara, of the Satan alive in this world, healthy and alive and kicking. He's not going to do it. He's going to change it into and that's going to interfere with HaKadosh Baruch Hu's plan of the world. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted a world where there's Hester Panim, where it's not so clear, where there is Ra. Ra exists in the world, evil exists in the world, the Malach HaMavos, death exists in the world, and man has of course, the freedom to choose, freedom of choice to choose if he wants to do it, if he wants to fall into the ra, into the evil, or focus on the good. But there has to be an equal balance. There has to be a bechira. There has to be a bechira. If a person has control over evil, he's going to change it. He's going to cancel evil and change it into good, and then there won't be any bechira chafshus anymore. There won't be any free choice anymore. That's why the Malach HaMavos doesn't exist. A person doesn't have control over the Malach HaMavos. When Moshe Rabbeinu came up, Malach said, I'm going to teach you a secret. Moshe didn't know this secret because man doesn't have it in himself. But what happened by Matan Torah? The Sfarim HaKadoshim say in the Gemara that by the time of Matan Torah, Klal Yisrael, when they accepted the Torah, the world reached its goal. It became complete. The world became complete. It was time for Olam Haba. That's it. Olam Haba is finished, and that would have stayed if not for the Chet HaEgel. Then the world would have reached would have reached its destiny. There wouldn't have been any need to go any further. And the Malach HaMavos during these 40 days, so he saw this and he said, okay, listen, if the world is going to reach its completion now, so I don't have to keep the secret anymore. Listen, you can have it. Man can have it. Man is going to live now. There's going to be Olam Haba. It's going to be a whole different type of life. And he started teaching him the secrets of Chaim and Mavos, of life and death. And he said the Ketairos is the key to stopping any type of death. You know why? Gemara says Ketairos has 11 ingredients. Really, a system, says Rav Gedalia Shor, a system is usually 10. Where do we? 11 is a very strange number. What's 11? Gemara says there's one of the ingredients is the chelbana. Chelbana is a very, very non-pleasant, very unpleasant odor. But if you put it together with the other 10, it gives a beautiful odor. It gives a beautiful smell. And that's the secret of the Ketairos, to take something that's bad and take something that's unpleasant, and together with the other ingredients, together with the Toiv and the Torah and the mitzvahs and everything that's Kaddish and Halik, to turn it into something great. Together, it turns the bad into the good. This was the secret of the Ketairos that he was teaching Moshe Rabbeinu. And that's why, says Rav Gedalia, it's Aaron HaKohen that had to take the Ketairos, not Moshe. What do we know about Aaron? The Mishnah says, Aaron is Oives Abrius Mekarven l'Torah. He knew how to do that. He knew how to take somebody that was far away and bring him closer to the Torah. He knew how to change the bad into the good. He knew how to change those who were struggling and bring them to Kedusha, to bring them to Torah and bring them to mitzvahs. That's why it was Aaron. So the world did not reach its completion. The world did not reach its purpose. And unfortunately, there was the Chet HaEgel and everything went back. But the secret remained. And even though the Mishkan, which symbolizes the regular avodah that a person that we have to do in this world, so everything that we need for the regular avodah is there without the Mizbeach HaKetairos. But the Mizbeach HaKetairos remained as a separate entity, but within the Beis HaMikdash, within the Mishkan. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe, make this as well and put it in there. The Ketairos is there. We have the secret. We know what we need to do. We know what we need to work on. We're not going to be able to reach this until the world reaches its completion. But we have the Ketairos. But it's not part of the regular system of the running of the world. Good Shabbos. Please don't forget to subscribe. You'll get the video every week by subscribing. Put a like. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos.